Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Nikke Goddess of Victory video. Now we have 3 more days before the 2nd anniversary, which is going to happen on 31st of this month. Alright, so same date as Halloween. So let's talk a little bit more about what can we expect in the patch notes because they've released that as well. So there's plenty of things to talk about, and I want to highlight one particular feature that's coming, which is skill reset. Alright, I'm sure you guys are aware by now that Nikke has this ability to reset your characters, right? Now if you're like me, you've been hoarding some of your skill resets, now is going to be a very good time because you can see right here, I got like 26 of these, but you cannot use this unless it's like during a certain period, which is like 2nd anniversary right now. We're gonna try to discuss what would be the best characters to reset as well, moving forward. You know, give you guys my perspective and such, so let's jump into it. Okay, so first things first, since it is the 2nd anniversary, there's going to be a big major update, big major patch. As you can see right here, they expect you to have at least 5 GB of available space for the update. Now my advice is try to have more because you never know, right? 5 GB might not be enough, right? Sometimes it needs to, you know, extract the compressed file, so you're gonna need more space than it is. But if you're downloading Nikke for the first time, 10 GB is going to be required. That's a lot of space right there. So maintenance duration will be, the period is here as follows. Now, they will be adding Rouge, Quincy, Escape Queen, Phantom, and Rumani. They are adding all of these to the Ordinary Recruit, Social Point Recruit, and Mole items. So I've been waiting for this. A lot of people have come to my stream and asked me, hey GuitarRock, you have over 1,000 of these tickets, why aren't you using that? Because I've been waiting for these meta characters to come, particularly Rouge and Quincy Escape Queen, because those are the ones that I really want to get multiple copies of, right? Ideally, that's going to be how the strategy is, like if you're checking out some of these characters. So again, Cinderella will be added. Like we mentioned before, Cinderella is going to be Defender, Glass Slippers, Rocket Launcher, she's an electric type, and Pilgrim. Now we're going to hold that thought a little bit, and then alongside with that, Cinderella is going to be the first banner. As you can see right here, hers will be October 31st to November 21st, right? And then Grave is going to come a little bit later, 1 week later. November 7 is when Grave will come until November 28. Just make sure you guys are aware of the dates, right? So Grave is a supporter assault rifle. She's a fire type, and she's also going to be Pilgrim. Going to be very interesting. She's going to be a supporter that basically buff allies with pierce attacks. Now both Cinderella and Grave, you only have 1% chance of getting them. Alright, 1% is not really high, right? So if you are someone that has plenty of gold mileage tickets saved up, you want to use your gold mileage tickets, that's going to be also a good option, right? Because like you can try to gamble 100 pulls, 200 pulls. I've done these Pilgrim banners multiple times before, doing for my viewers as well. Usually, you know, 1% is like it's really low, right? It's lower than the usual 2%. Of course, you still have a 4% chance to get SSR, but 1% for the rate up specifically. So expect lots of off-rate banners, right? You're going to see plenty of off-rates for sure. It's going to be extremely frustrating. But hey, that's how it is with the Pilgrim banners, right? Now Rapunzel Pure Grace will be given for free. As you can see, 14 days login, 2nd anniversary event for the first day. And then there's new events, I believe. Usually it's like a story heart, part 2 story normal, and then 14-day login, and then one more is like during the, I don't know, the mini game or something, right? She is going to be a very exclusive character that you cannot obtain her outside of this particular event after the event ends. So that's one thing to consider, right? There's also going to be temporarily participating Nikkes that you can borrow. Now new costumes, again, the Killer Wife and Isabel Honeymoon Party. Now these two will be given out in the mission pass, as you can see, alright? And Isabel apparently will be having a full voiceover, so hers will be higher quality. That's going to be pretty cool. Do appreciate that. Now as for Scarlet Black Shadow and Cinderella Glass Princess, now these two, I mean you guys know, right? This is going to be a gacha costume. So both are going to have full voiceover, new burst skill animation, new standing pose, and a special SD model. So they are going to come out with that particular one. Now as for the new events, we'll be having the old tales, alright? This is going to be for the new story that will include Cinderella. Will be divided into multiple parts. You can see story 1 will be available 31st, story 2 November 7, and then story 2 I think we will have Heart later on, right? So that's going to be part 2 as well. So mini game is going to be given to you as well. That will be later on. We'll have archives for the New Year New Sword, we'll get to learn more about Scarlet Black Shadow if you guys haven't read in the previous story. Archives for First Affection, which I believe is Modernia's side story last time. So second anniversary, you will get another free login for the tickets for the 14 days as well. Weekend full bursts will be happening in the following dates. Very, very interesting. Now, a skill level reset. Okay, so now we can talk a little bit more about this. From October 31st to November 28th. Now, who should you be resetting? This is going to be something that we can partially discuss right now. I know everybody is going to have a different opinion about this, but right now, so Grave is probably going to replace Mary. If you guys did pull for Mary recently. Now, one thing that Mary has is she is a very specialized character in trying to boost Pierce. Alright, so you can see right here. Alright, affects all allies, increase Pierce damage by 31%. So there's a chance that Grave somewhat competes with her because Grave is also another character that boosts Pierce. And they are both burst 2, right? You can pretty much only bring one, they can only be one slot for a Pierce, buffer or supporter for burst 2. Alright, you cannot bring 2 burst 2 together. So I am kind of curious to see if Grave can replace Mary in this particular case. If that's the case, then most likely I will be skill resetting her. Now she is pretty recent from the collab a few months back alongside with Asuka and Rei. Now here's the thing about Asuka and Rei, right? I know a lot of people love Asuka and they might love Rei as well, but definitely I do have both of them built. They are both pretty stacked as well. For my Rei, you can see fully overload gears. That's whatever, but the skill, I didn't really push her up that much because I feel like I'm not gonna get much use out of her outside of that particular solo raid. And I was right. Ever since that solo raid has ended, I've never used Asuka and Rei. Specifically, since then we have had 3 to 4 solo raids now. Same goes for Asuka right here, right? So the truth is, I'm not sure if I want to skill reset both of them, but I might consider doing it for Rei for the time being. And if I ever need the skills back, I will consider, you know, reinvesting in them. So that's going to be the case in point, right? So the idea here is like, just because you skill reset Asuka and you skill reset Rei doesn't mean you can't invest back into the skills later on when you need them again. I think that's going to be something that I think we need to always be aware of. If you don't use the characters for now or for the upcoming solo raids, what's the point in having them right there with skill level 8, right? So my advice is, if you have limited skill materials or resources, just use the skill reset them back to level 1, get their materials, you know, put them in Cinderella, put them in Grave if you're gonna get both of them. That makes more sense if you're gonna use those 2 in solo raids, you know, whereas you can always reinvest in Asuka or Rei later on. I don't know when the fire rotation will come back, that's gonna be a while more. Now, one more character in particular that I find very, very interesting is going to be Ayn right here. Now, why Ayn in particular? Ayn is also going to be somewhat competing with Cinderella because they are both going to be electric type. Alright, they are both same type. I wonder if I will still need her, right? Because like right now you can see I do have her up to 999. Never 10-10-10 her yet. She's very, very strong, I'm aware of that. But I wonder if Cinderella will take her spot because like I mentioned, there's also a few other electric type Nikkes, right? Alongside with Scarlet and also Swimsuit Anise. Alright, Swimsuit Anise, I feel like she's definitely going to be much more stable because you can easily pair her with Dorothy and Privati, right? She pretty much has her own specific team. And she's actually by far one of the stronger ones. I feel like I should have pulled more copy when she came out. But then, you know, you can only have so much resources. Back then also we have like 2 more summer characters as well, which makes it a little bit difficult. But yeah, there's something to consider. Ayn, maybe, depending on if we use her in the solo raids in the upcoming ones, because there's going to be Cinderella, Swimsuit Anise, Ayn, and then we have the drunk Scarlet, the OG Scarlet. So you pretty much have 4 SSR burst 3 character, and it feels like there's only so much for the meta right now. Yeah, you could build like 5 teams with them, but there's also going to be other characters that are way more flexible, like Scarlet Black Shadow with Alice, Red Hood, those bunch, right? That will be more frequent in the meta. Now, speaking of the Evangelion collab, I sort of regretted investing in the ReZero collab as well. Now, there's 2 ReZero collab characters if you guys are not aware. One is going to be Emilia and one is going to be Ram. Now, I do use Emilia every single day for PvP. Alright, she's a very strong PvP character. As you can see, right now she's current 666. I do have her fully overload right there. However, the one that I'm considering resetting is not going to be Emilia, but Ram. I'll be honest, I haven't used her for a while. I'm not sure about you guys, but it's been a while since I've last used her. And initially, the reason why I put for her is because she has the very strong synergy right here if you pair her with rocket launcher. Now, upcoming Cinderella is going to be specifically a rocket launcher character. So I'm kind of curious if Ram and Cinderella can like be a perfect pair, because this is going to be very interesting, right? If there's like a synergy between them, then I'm going to hold off from skill resetting my Ram. So that's something that I can consider testing for sure. Cinderella and Ram, rocket launcher, right? If you try putting Ram with Alice with Scarlet Black Shadow, yeah, sure, you will see that improvements slightly, but there's also going to be like Tia and Naga, which is like, you know, a better fit for Scarlet Black Shadow teams in a lot of situations. Haven't used her for a while. Kind of curious to see if Cinderella is going to change that in terms of, will Ram be back in the meta? Let me know what you guys think, right? Because like rocket launcher, can we do like a Cinderella with Scarlet Black Shadow team? I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. As for Sakura Summer, really happy with her so far. I've definitely put a bunch of investment into her, and she has been really crucial in helping me tackle Kraken every single day. That's the intersection that I do try to defeat every single day. Alongside with that, same goes for Quincy as well. Really happy with her. She's actually really strong. Not sure if I'll skill reset her. I doubt I will. I'll most likely keep her and Winter Ludmilla as my water DPS. So those two are going to stick with. Now, alongside with that, we're also going to have co-op. As you can see, per usual, solo raids is going to come in as well. Simulation Overclock Mode Season 2. It has been resetting every 2 weeks. If you guys are not aware, it's this thing right here. You go to the simulation room, alright, and then there's this overclock thing that you gotta do, and you know, if you have reached 25, that's the best record. It does reset every 2 weeks. Even though right here it says 21 days left, but right here if you go here it says November 19. Okay, that's about right? That's going to be in about 21 days from now. We're also going to have a new gameplay update, chapter 33 and 34. That's going to be coming alongside with new lost sectors, new floors in Trap Tower. This time we can go up to 850 floors. That's insane, man. I'm not even at 500 yet. Alongside manufacturer towers, 750 floors as well. New arcade system. This is going to allow you to access all the past mini games. If you guys ever want to play any of them, you can do them. They'll be available right here. Alright, the new bonus recruit system that will be added. Now you can basically use Lita, Naga and Alice to recruit, and this is going to be the new bonuses that players will be able to benefit moving forward. So now, I guess if you're rerolling, your priority shouldn't be any of these anymore, right? Since this is now the characters that you can obtain. Alright, so pretty cool. Added exchange shop to the shop where certain items can be exchanged for other items. And of course, the costume gacha banners will be added alongside. Apparently, you can get 6 cups for free at costume gacha shop. That will be interesting, alright? So they are giving like more bonuses as well. Pretty cool. Same for the glass slippers as well. So both will be given extra. So that means it won't be $60. It might be like $50 or $40, I think. And a bunch of miscellaneous updates. Alright, so pretty much it for the patch notes. I think there's plenty of hefty things to be had, so we'll just wait. I will definitely make a reroll guide if you guys are interested, because that's going to be something that I will need to update on since the last time. Now Lita might be something that you don't have to prioritize anymore, right? Because she is going to be someone that you are able to obtain for free if you play the game long enough, right? So you can select her right there. So very interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how this goes, but I'm really excited for the Nikke 2nd anniversary. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, are you guys looking forward to it? October 31st, that's the date. As per usual, if you guys have not yet already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you guys enjoyed the video, right? Let me know if there's any specific topic that you guys want me to make for Nikke. Obviously, the usual stuff, I'll definitely talk about the skill kits when they are officially released. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, have a nice day, goodbye.